Hi everyone. So, am I audible to everyone? The first quick audio check. Am I clearly audible to each one of you? You guys can reply me in the chat icon available. Yeah. So, Mitaksh, you're saying yes. So great. So there is only one rule regarding this demo session and regarding the complete class, that every one of you has to be interactable. The only one rule applied. Okay. So be interactable. Whatever doubts you have, whenever you want to interrupt, be very less and just interrupt me that this is not clear. Cool. By default, each one of you is in mute mode. In case if you guys want to speak something, you guys can simply ask me on this chat icon, and over there I'll be responding you. I'll make you active. Okay. Are we all on the same page regarding the rules of the game? Yeah. Out of 15, no one is replying, means it is not clear yet. I hope so. Yeah. Yeah. Great. So cool, guys. So let me start with my introduction for the day. So this is Ashish Garg this side. So I am having approximately high experience, and I'm also working in a great MNC as of now as a automation tester over there. So right now I'll be taking your Python batches regarding this complete API. Sorry, regarding this complete UI automation. I'm also having a concurrent batch for my API Python batch. So yeah. So I am already, we have done approximately 5 to 6 batches, which has been already cleared out with Python Selenium. And we are expecting a good response from this as well. Just be interactable, and whenever in case you guys have any questions, you can directly connect to me. So yeah, very basic question. Out of you whosoever has joined, how many of you are good with Java, or I say Python, or I say any programming language? So I'm expecting all of you to answer. In case if anyone is not good with any programming language, be clear and say none. It will be the most happiest 4-letter word for me today. Trust me. So Mitaksh, you're saying none. Okay. Java. You're just learning core Java. Okay, none. I'm expecting every one of you to respond, guys. Okay. Okay, good, but not great in Java. So anyone who's good with Python, or who has started something with Python as of now today in today's scenario? Java and JS, great. No idea about Python. Learning Java, small knowledge. Okay, great. No problem. Not at all an issue. Okay. So can you guys briefly introduce yourself in just a single liner so that I can, get a knowledge about my audience? Are you guys working, or are you guys, I say studying something, or what exactly are you guys into as of now? Just to know the audience, that's it. You're working as a manual automation tester, okay? Multinational insurance company in US, cool. Functional tester, DB tester. So we have a great variety over here, I believe so. Working as a test engineer, great, cool. So I believe there is a great variety with us with 9 years of experience. Oh my God, Mitaksh, that's a quite good experience in capital markets domain. Cool. So you must be working as a lead, right? Great. Cool, guys. Very good. Great. Pooja, working with Altron and working as a functional tester. Great. Anyone of you who is as of now studying in college or something, who is yet in college, or anything, like any one of you as of now? No, I don't think so, right? Cool. So anyone who's joining out of India? Anyone who's joining us from out of India? Yep. So Neeraj Uppal, you are. Swarna. Okay, great. Cool. Swarna from GA USA. Great. I hope you guys are doing well. So let's start with the demo session. I hope the introduction was good. Each one of us knows someone. Yeah, everyone is from a very different background. And this course will be completely started from scratch. Irrespective, whosoever is having background in whichever domain, we'll be starting this complete course from very scratch, from very day, we say from the very A alphabet. Okay. I hope you guys must have gone through the course content as of now before joining here. So Swarna, you are asking me jointly. So, isn't the knowledge in the programming language required? I'll say no, because in this course we're going to start from very scratch working with Python, and then we are coming to Selenium. So, whosoever is not even having a very basic idea regarding any programming language, please guys do not worry at all. I have a great experience in teaching these guys, and these guys are ended as the best students. Trust me. So those who are not having any language experience, do not worry. We'll be starting from very scratch. Okay. One more. So I'll give you a very basic idea regarding the course structure. So we're going to start with scratch from Python. Over here, we are going to I'll take approximately, you can say, 8 to 9 classes. 8 to 9 classes covers multiple basics of Python, multiple whatever knowledge you require as a tester, as an automation tester, to step up in the industry will be covered completely inside this 8 to 9 classes. We'll be dealing with Excel files, reading, writing. We'll be dealing with multiple types of frameworks also. I'll be teaching like pandas. There is something called, and then I'll be also covering multiple basics, exceptional handlings, and so many stuff to go on. So all these 8 to 9 classes will be covered, taking care only the complete basic Python, and the major stuff that we are going to work on is called Selenium. Over here in Selenium, also we're going to work on something. You can say I'll be taking another 10 classes, or lesser or greater, it depends. So in this Selenium, I'll be starting with multiple scratch first of all, a very basic code and all these things. Then the next thing is we're going to work on different types of frameworks. Right? When I talk about frameworks, we're going to work on data-driven something called, right? I hope you guys must have heard of it. Just a sec, guys. We are going to work on data-driven. Then we're going to work on something called POM. Those who have not heard of these technologies, please do not worry. These are going to be the best one by the end of the lecture, by the end of the sessions. Then we're going to work on something called robot framework. And the fourth one, we're going to work on something called BDD, which is also known as, guys, anyone who can answer me this question? BDD is also known as Cucumber. We're going to work on Cucumber framework also. So these 4 types of frameworks will be completely covered whenever by the end of the session. Okay. So I'm getting few questions regarding like so yeah, Pooja, it will be including robot framework, sure. Preeti, as I already mentioned, there is no issue. Do not worry about if you're having no experience in any programming language. As I already mentioned, we'll be going to start it from very basic scratch. So you'll be good by the end of the day. So hi Rahul, in Java needed to learn Python. Does Java needed to learn Python? No, not at all. Both of these things are completely different. Okay. Are you going to do any projects at the end? Yeah, definitely. We're going to work on complete. These frameworks are called the project itself, Lakshman, when I'm talking about projects. Okay. Vikas, you're saying attendees are not able to see who all are joined. Go view and check the options for attendees should be able to see attendees list. I don't think that is actually important as of now, Vikas. we should be careful about ourselves, right? In case if you are having any issues, I can definitely help you with that. Okay. So do you also help in job interviews? Yeah, that is also one of the strategies that Video Automation accepts. That by the end of the course, we take 1 to 2 more classes that completely, brushes student about the interviews and all these things. Python is an open source, correct? I have a query regarding the interview for the automation tester. Can I? Yeah, Shaurya, go on. Can definitely ask me the question. Are you teachers API testing with Python? So, Kirti, that is a completely different domain. That is a completely different course that is available in the market. Right now, here we're going to work on UI testing only. API testing is completely different. Okay. So, yeah. So, okay, can you show the projects in this tutorial? Kanchana, you're asking me. I'll show you a few glimpses that of the previous batches. Are you covering database testing with Python? No, Islam. Database testing with Python is not covered here. They asked the batch how much. So sorry, Shora. Completed knowledge as if we are a developer. Just give me a second, Shora. So you are asking me when we gave the interview, they asked for the completed knowledge as if we are developers. So Shaurya, whenever you're going to go for an interview, they ask everything comes and revolves around the knowledge actually. That what exactly you know and how much confident are you with that. So by the end of this lecture, we are going to work on these things only. Okay. How much experience? So whosoever is joining us as a fresher can show at least 3 years of experience once the course ends. Okay. Yeah, Kirti, we are having a plan to start an API batch soon. Are we going to cover an automation framework integration through Jenkins, Python, GitHub? Yeah, that was the next step that I was just going to hop in. Database testing is not covered. Please let me know why database testing is not covered, because that is not a part of the schedule, I believe. 8 or 9 classes enough for Python. Yeah, I believe that is enough, because the amount that is required for testing will be done, I believe. This is the first batch in this combination. Which combination are you talking about, Lakshman? Because, yep, Kirti, everything will be covered, guys. I am telling you now. I'm telling you, everything will be going to cover as a part of our automation testing, report generation, Jenkins, GitHub, GitLab, all these things. Initially said everything is going to cover, but why not DB? So I can show you how do we connect with DB. That is a part of the course. But database testing is completely a different stuff. Okay, but that needs different tools for testing database, right? So yeah, robot framework is different than RPA, logs, integrations as well. Yep, everything. So guys, can we start with the session if your basic queries are done for the day? Yeah. So Samir, you're asking me, is there a difference between UI and API testing? Is studying about UI sufficient to understand how API should work? Yeah, there's completely different. They're completely two different zones. Samir, you can say UI testing is completely the thing where that you can see as a front-end developer. The moment if you visit a website, that is the UI part, and API is a completely back-end process. So both of these are different technologies and different domains that are completely in different fields. Okay. No, Lakshman, this is I believe the fourth or fifth batch that we have in the combination with Python Selenium. Yeah. Okay, then guys, let's start for the day. In case if you guys have any questions in between, you can directly interrupt me. So yeah, I'll start with the question. I'll start with your question. Just give me a second, guys. There's an important phone call. Just a second. Yeah, I'm so sorry, guys. I'm back. Actually, I was just making the attendees can use other attendees. That is an important thing I just confirmed. Am I audible back? Am I back audible to all of you? Yeah. Okay. So then let's start with the session, and we're going to start with the same question. What is the difference between Java Selenium and Java Python Selenium? Okay. So this is a very basic question that comes in every automation tester's mind. The difference between Java and Python. So once we are understanding the difference between Java and Python, automatically the things will be more clear about the the other stuff, the other part. So whenever I'm saying there is a difference between Java and Python, some few points has to be taken care. The very first point I'll say is very simple. When I'm comparing Python and Java, I'll be saying, boss, Python is a very general purpose language. Now, when I'm saying that Python is a very general purpose language, what do I mean by this term? So let me show you, programmatically. So just give me a sec. So I'm opening two different things. I'm opening online Java compiler, and I'm opening one Python compiler so that I can show you the difference. So just a sec. Yeah. So this is my Java code, and guys, this is my Python code. Now, my concern is, as an automation tester, I just want to write a very single statement which says hello world. Now, the moment I'm writing something like hello world in Java, Java says you cannot do anything. You cannot do anything without using a keyword, something called class. Even if you want to print a single letter, even if you want to print a single line, you have to print that line inside a class. You cannot do anything without a class. You cannot do anything, right? So now if I try to execute this code, if I simply run this, it simply prints me, it prints me hello world here, if you can see. On the same side, when I come back to Python, I write a very simple statement which says boss print hello world. And if I try to execute this one, you can see both of these things are giving me the same output, but you can see the difference between the complexity, the difference between the number of lines, and difference between the readability of code, right? So when I'm talking about these three major important points, you can clearly see that Python wins both all these 3 points, correct? Right? I believe each one of us will agree to this line, right? Because this is very simple, guys. Python is very simple. For those who are not new, for those who are good, it's okay. Okay. So now when I'm also saying general purpose, multiple of us might be thinking that, boss, that in case if you're saying Java needs class to work on, so is Python not using class? Yes, Python is also using something called class. If I make something called class A and I say print inside class A, if I write something like this and I make an object of the class A, and yep, if I try to execute it, you can see both of the things are executed. So do not go on the programming as of now. For those who are not getting it, we'll be working with that in the later in the sessions. Okay, so you can see in a single file, what exactly I want to tell you. In a single file over here, I can work with single line statements also. I can work with class also. Whereas when I'm comparing with Java, I cannot write anything like this. I cannot come here and I cannot write anything like this. Now if I try to execute it, you can see it gives me an error which says compilation failed. It says a class interface or an enum is expected. That is why I cannot say that Java is a general purpose language. The first point is clear to everyone that Python is a general purpose language. A quick yes, guys, in case if you guys have understood it. Yeah. A quick yes, guys. Okay. As I already mentioned, the lecture has to be interactable, guys. The more interactable, the more better the lecture, the session continues at the end. Yeah. Great, guys. Cool. I'm having a good audience this time, I believe. Yeah, so now moving to the next point, I say Python is interpreting in nature. Python is interpreting in nature. So this is another important point which comes into our mind, that what is interpreter? What do you mean by the term interpreting in nature? So that simply means I'll go with the same scenario. I'll explain you with the help of an example. So suppose I'm just copying this line and I'm pasting it up here. Sorry, I'm pasting it up here, and if I try to execute my program, it says, boss, there's a compilation error. It says you have to resolve this error, some valid syntax errors of Java. Now if I come back to Python, and if I just simply copy this line under here, if I write it like this, and this time I want to print that what is 100 divided by 0. What is 100 divided by 0? So what do you guys expect? Will this program work, or will this program work? Will the program in Java work successfully? We can see that we are having an compilation error. But what do you guys think? Will the program in Python work successfully? Java, no. Python, yes. All of you, what do you guys think? A basic idea. It's okay to be wrong. It's okay to be correct. Okay. Okay. Great. Okay. I can't hear Ghazala. Just reconnect once, I believe. Then you can hear everyone. Micro exception. Okay. Now, if I try to execute it, you can see it throws me an exception which says zero divisional error, but on the same time it is printing me hello world. On the same time it is printing me hello world. What exactly I want to explain you with this case? Using this, I simply want to explain you that Python is interpreting in nature. So it executes this line because this line is error free. But when it comes to 100 divided by 0, we cannot divide a number with 0, I believe. Yes, we cannot, right? I cannot divide this. Hence, it gives me an exception. Hence, it gives me an exception. But Python does not stop here. Python executed the code, executed line number 9 because it was error free. It stopped the code at line number 10 and has not executed it further. That this nature of any programming language is called interpreting nature. This nature of any programming language is called interpreting nature. Clear to all? What is interpreting in nature? Um, just a sec. Sorry, I missed. Yeah. So Priyanka, you were asking me inside class. A is not printed here. Yeah, because as I already mentioned, inside this class, it is not executing any code after line number 9 because line number 9 is error free. It executes it properly, but whenever it gets an error, it stops there and says, first of all, remove this error, and then it will execute the further code. That is why it is not executing, anything inside class, because at line number 10 we are having a error. Is it clear? So you're asking me, even in Java, also we can do the same, right? No. In case of Java, when I'm coming here, in case of Java, I'm trying to do something like this. Okay, I'm trying to write 100. Okay, let me remove the statement, and I'm adding the same similar statement after this. I'm trying to add a similar statement after hello world, and now if I simply write here 100 divided by 0. Okay, now if I execute it, Okay, so it's saying so a hello world exception in this. See, this is an exception, but in case if I'm saying it is an error, I'm talking about an error. Okay, Sanit. In case if I want to raise an error, okay, let me raise an error. How can I raise it in Java? Let's say, let me make a syntax error. Let me make a syntax error. I made a syntax error, right? Now, if I try to execute it here, it says compilation failed. But when I come back to Python, I'm going to make an, sorry, any questions? No, both are giving the same output. I agree. But try to get the concept. What I'm trying to say here is, see, Python is it executes everything line by line. So let me show you. So what exactly I want to mention here is that Python, when we talk about Python, it executes everything. It executes the code line by line. It executes the code line by line. The first, for example, there are 10 lines, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it executes every line one by one. Like it executes this, then it executes this, and so on. In case if Python is getting error at line number 2, it will only execute line number 1. It will not execute the code further and says the user to resolve the error at line number 2. This is a interpreting language. This is what an interpreting language is all about. But when I talk about Java, when I talk about something called Java, over here it executes the program completely. It executes the program completely. What do I mean by the term completely? It says if there are 10 lines, 1, 2, 3, 4. So all these 4 lines will be checked at the same time. And in case if there is an error, it will show at the same time to the user that was this, there is a error at line number 3, and unless or until you resolve this error, I'll not start the execution of the program. That is called compile language. That is what a compile language is called. Clear to all? What exactly I want to demonstrate here? Is it clear to everyone? Yeah, you can say Python saves execution time approximately. Okay. You're asking me, so Java compile the entire code and execute? Correct. That is what I'm trying to explain here, that Java compiles the complete code at a single go, whereas Python compiles the code one by one. That is why it is called an interpreting language. You can also take an example of HTML, guys. You can also take an example of HTML. HTML is also a similar language. Okay, great. So since we have multiple, as I already mentioned, we have multiple. Just a sec. Yeah. So since Python has multiple more, flexibilities as compared to Java, so that is why nowadays everyone is moving towards Python. Python is more easy to read, more easy to write. It's lesser complex. It's best ways. It's a general purpose language, and so many other stuff that we can actually do in Python. Okay, so that is the reason. And nowadays you guys must be aware that AI is at a boom. So AI is also a part of all these things. Artificial intelligence, machine learning, everything is in Python, right? So yeah, I'm sorry, I missed some questions, I believe. Um, Please add drawing syntax in Python as shown in Java. Okay, just let's try this. Divya, what exactly I want to explain you here. So this is Python. Now suppose I'm saying a equal to 10, and then I'm saying print. I'm saying print b. Okay, so I'm having a variable a equal to 10 here, and I'm trying to print something called b. However, I'm not having anything like b available here. Now, if I execute it here, it executes my program as hello world. and then it says name B is not defined. Okay, now I'm going to replicate the same scenario here. I'm going to say system.println, and let me give a variable which is not here actually. Let me say B. System.out println B. Now if I execute it, you can see it says compilation error. It is not even printing me hello world right now. When I compare the same with Python, you can see it's printing me the line number 9. If I write anything before this, it prints and executes properly. But since there is an error in line number 12, it stops there and tells the user the same error and then asks him to resolve it. Whereas when I'm comparing with Java, Java is not even executing line number 13. That is why it is called a compilation type language, and this is called an interpreting type language. Is it clear now, Divya? Yeah. Okay, so do we have a missed some question? So can we test AI based projects? So that is a completely different tools are there, Priyanka, for the same, which are integrated with Python. So that we use in for automating these things. Declaration is not there in, yeah. I was just coming to the next point, Shranay. Okay. Can you do everything in Python? I said, definitely, Sanit. You can do everything in Java in Python. When I'm comparing with Java, I'll say you can do multiple other stuff. Okay, you will get the magic once you are in the lecture, you know. So the next very important property that Python gives us is Python is dynamic. Python is dynamic in nature. Now, what do I mean by the term Python is dynamic in nature? When I'm saying Python is dynamic in nature, now if I open this, let me show you. Normally, whenever we normally say that, boss, there is a variable called 10. So there is a value. I'll say there is a value called 10, and this value is stored inside a variable called a. This value is stored inside a variable called a. Now, can anyone tell me what is the type of this variable? What is the type of this 10? What is this? This is a integer value, right? Or this is a floating point value, or what? This is an integer value, right? So now, similarly, whenever I need to declare anything in Java, whenever I need to declare anything in a compile type language or any other programming languages, I need to declare the same scenario which I just showed you here. This complete scenario has to be written like this. I need to write int a equal to 10. What do I mean by this? I mean that, boss, I'm using an integer type variable which is named as a and which is having a value 10. So in the memory, so there is my memory location. In this memory location, somewhere in this memory location, there is a value called 10, and this value is stored inside a name a, and this a is of type integer, right? Clear to everyone till here? This is what we do normally in Java or any other programming languages to declare any number or to declare any alphabet or to variable. I hope this is clear to everyone till here, right? Now, what if I say I don't want this integer int a equal to 10? What if I say Python says, boss, I don't want to declare it like this. I will only declare it like this. A equal to 10, I can say B equal to A, B, C, D. I can say C equal to 10.05. I can say D equal to true. I can say E equal to false. Anywhere in this, I'm not declaring the type of the variable I'm using. The type of the variable I'm using. No, I'm not declaring it anywhere. That is the magic of Python, which says, boss, I'll take it dynamically. I'll take it at the runtime that whatever the value you are giving, if you are giving ABCD, I'll automatically put here as string. You do not need to take the hectic, do not need to take the headache of thinking that what type of variable you want to define. In case if you are giving at a runtime, you are giving a value as 10.05, it says I'll automatically write here float. If you are giving something called true or false, it says I'll automatically come and tell that it is of type boolean. Sounds interesting, right? Let me show you the same programmatically, that what exactly I want to tell you. I'm coming back to Python now. Here I'm saying a equal to 10, right? So now let me here and say tell me the type of the variable a. Okay, now I'm saying a is equal to Ashish. Again I'm saying print and tell me the type of the variable a. And sorry, and now if I execute it, you can see for the very first time it prints me the hello world. Then it says class integer. Then it says because a is of type integer, because the value we are storing is 10. I'm not nowhere I'm telling it, nowhere in this code I'm telling that boss this is of integer type. Nowhere in the code I'm telling this is of integer type. But whenever I'm using this type, it automatically comes and says it is of integer type. The next line I'm changing the value. I'm changing the value from integer to a alphabet. The moment I change it to an alphabet, it changes the type also. It changes the type also. So that is the beauty. That is the beauty of Python that we are using. I hope it is clear to all. At this point, is clear to everybody that why do we call Python a dynamic language? And when we compare the same with Java, I don't think so we can do the same here. Is it clear to everybody the difference? Why do we call Python as as a dynamic language? I'm expecting a response from everyone. Okay. Islam, from where are you joining? From where are you joining us, Islam? I'm asking from where exactly are you joining us? Are you joining us from out of India? Islam, were you there in my API batch also? Okay, okay. So I was just recognizing you from that. Great. So everyone is on the same page, right? Things are clear to everyone till here, so that we can continue. Okay, guys. So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. Now, I believe these three important points are now clear to everyone, that what is Python and what are the three major important points. Now the next question comes, that boss, how do we download it and how do we install it? So simply visit Google and write download Python. Open up the official website. So this is the official website from where we can actually download Python. So the latest version that is going on in the market is Python 3.8.3. So just simply click on this and it should be downloaded within seconds. It says 25 MB, I believe. So the moment it is downloaded, you have to open it and install it. So that is a very easy procedure. Okay. So I hope a few of you are doing the same with me as of now. If not, then please open your laptops or your PCs, and I suggest you that you can just start the coding with me alongside that, so that we can have a better, better interaction. So you can see Python 3.8.3 is downloaded. Now, the moment if I open it, it says I already have it. So it says modify, repair, or uninstall. So I'm not uninstalling it. I'm already having it in my system. So I'll simply close it. How to verify whether the Python is installed or not? Open your command prompt and simply write Python. The moment you write Python, something like this opens up. Now if I print here, print hello. It prints me hello. You can see it prints me hello. Control C, Control Z, I believe, to exit. And yeah, so this is a very basic setup that we can have for Python. So yeah, you need to add the Python variable also. So let me show you. Just simply go to environments, go to environment variable. Just click on environment variable, guys. Over here, if you go to path and edit, you can see my Python is here. Let me show you. So once you have downloaded the Python, a folder like this will be there, which says Python 3.8 and whatever the version. Simply open the same version, and now here you have to go, inside. So see, in Python you have to give two different paths. The first path is still here, and the second path is still the script folder. So you have to just simply copy this, go to environment variables here, just simply click on edit or simply click on new and add it. Okay, so since I already have it, I'm not adding it, I'm canceling it. And the second path that you have to edit is you have to add two different paths. As I already mentioned, the first one is still here, which is still scripts, and the second one is still here. You have to add two different paths in to start with it. Okay, clear? I hope it is clear to everyone. In case if it is not, you can guys connect with me. Is it clear to all? Still here? Why two different paths? Because Priyanka in this sorry, because Priyanka, you can see in this scripts folder, you have something called, I'll come to it. What is pip? What is activate? I'll explain you the difference, and then you will be connecting with it. Okay, just give me 2 minutes. I'll come to that topic. Please can you repeat one more time? Okay, no problem. I'll do the same. So you have to do nothing. The moment you download Python, guys, you will be having a first of all, the setup initially does it with you. But in case if you're not able to do that, you have to just locate the folder where Python is downloaded. Open this. Now in the address bar, copy the path, go to start, click on environment variables, and here click on environment variables. Here you can see there is a variable called path. Click on the edit button, just click on new and paste it, and paste it. Okay, now the next step is, we have one more step here. The next path is we have to go inside the script folder and again copy this and again go back, again copy this and again go back, edit and paste, or click on new button and paste the next path. Clear to both of you, all of you? Is it clear to all of you? Yeah, great. So now once your Python is installed successfully, the next important thing is we need to install an IDE also. We need to install an IDE. So before installing an IDE, let me try to explain you the concepts, some few major important concepts, okay, regarding Python. The very first concept that comes into the picture in whenever we deal with something called Python, the very first concept that comes here is called pip. The very first syntax that comes here is called pip. This stands for Python package installer. This stands for Python package installer. What do you mean by this term? What do you understand by this? What do you understand by pip? We can say it is simply a Python package installer. So whenever we need to install anything, for example, we need to install Selenium. Selenium is a tool, right? Selenium is a tool. We need to install it, right? Whenever we need to install any library, whenever we need to install any library or any package or any predefined package, in that case we are going to use this pip command in Python. So for example, if I want to download something called Selenium, what command will I be using? I will be using the command called pip install Selenium. Pip install Selenium. Now in case if I want to download some another library, I will be using the same syntax. I'll be saying pip install. Suppose I want to download something called PyTest. I want to download another library. I will be using again pip install. Suppose OpenPyXL. Okay. So what exactly these things are? This Selenium is again a library. PyTest is a library. OpenPyXL is a library that we are using in our projects. To download these dependencies, to download these libraries, we come and use the pip command. We install this. Now the question comes, where exactly do we write it? Now the question comes, where exactly do we write it? So we write the pip command in my command line, or in my terminal. What is terminal? I'll come to that in a minute, in a few minutes. Okay. Is it clear what exactly pip is? Are you guys having getting a basic idea now? What do you mean by the term pip? Are you guys getting a basic idea? Yeah. Now, one of you were asking me the question that, Ashish, why are we writing two different paths? Why are we giving two different paths? So coming back here, you can see inside my scripts folder, you can see pip is existing. You can see my pip is existing inside my scripts folder. So whenever I go to some CMD, now if I go to CMD and if I write pip and I hit enter, you can see it gives me everything. It gives me all the options. It gives me all the commands that are supported with pip. So to deal with these things, to deal with this command line stuff, to make this command executable in my command line, we need to give the path till scripts folder also. Clear? Is it clear? Priyanka, guys, you were asking me, right? Great. So now coming back. Now once we are clear with something called pip, there is one more important concept that comes into the picture. I want you guys to give me the input in this at this time. Now suppose I'm giving you a scenario. There is typing Python, not displaying the version. Any idea? I need to see the screen. Sai, I'll connect at the end of the lecture with you. I'll make you the presenter and you can share with the screen. I'll help you. Okay. So now coming back to the scenario, guys. I'm giving you a scenario. The scenario says, suppose there is a project 1. I'm saying P1. I'm naming this as P1. There is project 2. There is project 3. And there is project 4. Okay. So now this project P1 works on Selenium. Let's suppose 3.1. Project 2 works on Selenium. Again, just a sec. Works on Selenium 3. Let's say 3. Now this project 3 works on Selenium 4, and my project 4 works on Selenium 1. Now what is different here? What is different? Difference is with the version, I believe. Difference is with the version. Correct, guys? Now if I say all these 4 projects, project 1, 2, 3, and project 4. All these 4 projects comes and lies in a single one system. Comes and lies in a single system. Okay. Now what will you do? You have only one option. What is that option? You can either install install version 3.1, or you can install the version 3.3, or you can install the version 4, or you can install version 1. But you cannot install all these 4 versions all together. Now the question, another problem hops in. If you install version 3.1, your 3 different projects will not execute. In case if you install 3.3, other projects will not execute. So now, as a tester, as a developer, or as a programmer, how will you resolve this problem? You need to execute all these 4 projects individually. What will we do to resolve this issue? Any inputs, guys? What will I do to resolve these issues? Anyone? So we should have version control. Okay. Sai, you are saying environment variables. You are saying like MVN, latest version, Maven. Okay. Okay. Any more suggestions? Any more suggestions? Update all the projects to the latest version. Not possible, Sudhakar, because these versions, the projects are written in the same version and are supported with that only. Neeraj, again, Maven. So guys, whosoever is writing Maven, what is Maven? Maven is a dependency control tool, right? Where we can control the dependency of the project. Okay. Need small packages. Okay. So now let me show you a completely new concept that that Python supports. That concept is called VENV. That concept is called VENV. Now, what does it stand for, Islam? Can you tell me? What does it stand for? VENV. Correct. That stands with something called virtual environment. That stands for virtual environment. Now, what is this virtual environment, and how does that helps me to resolve my problem? How does it helps me with my problem? So now I'm coming back to the problem statement. There are P1, P2, P3, and P4. Okay. Now this was working on 3. This was working on 3.2. This is working on 4, and this is working on 1. Okay. So now when I'm using virtual environment. So for this project P1, I'm creating virtual environment 1. For P2, I'm creating a virtual environment 2. For P3, I'm creating a virtual environment 3. And for P4, I'm creating a virtual environment 4. Now, what do I mean by this virtual environment? It simply means I'm creating something like this. I'm creating a container. In this container, I'm downloading all the dependencies. Suppose for project P1, Selenium version 3 was required. Some other dependencies are required. So I'm writing everything here. I'm installing everything here. And this is only and only specific to project 1. This has no relations with any other project, neither P2 nor P3 and neither P4. whenever you activate this virtual environment, whenever I activate this, I repeat my the term, whenever I activate this virtual environment, all the dependencies that are mentioned here will be in existence, will be in power, will be in existence, and my project 1 will be executed successfully. Now on the same machine, when I'm trying to execute project 2, I will be using my virtual environment number 2 that has all the dependencies which are only and only related to project P2. When I'm trying to execute P3, I'm having another virtual environment VENV3, okay, which is having another sets of dependencies which are only and only specific to P3, and so on. Clear, everyone? Is it clear what is the concept of virtual environment, so that we can move ahead? No, not at all. The VENV will not at all slow down the execution. That is a part, that is a part of this, you can say Python. That is a part of Python, you can say. I'm coming to it, how to install virtual environment. Yeah, Shranay, you're correct. We can have all the version. We can have completely different dependencies with different virtual environment. For one project, we have only one virtual environment. For a single project, we have a single virtual environment. Samir, we have nothing like limits. The number of projects that you have, the number of virtual environments you have. Okay. Now the question comes, how do we install it? So let me show you the same programmatically. So now if I open my command prompt, let's do it from here. Okay. So now I'm going to go to a directory. I'm going in my D drive. Just a sec. Yeah. Now I'm in my D drive. I'm making one. I'm making one. Let's make a folder mkdir and let me name it as demo 7 July. Sorry, demo 11 July. Okay. Now I created one folder. Let me show you. If I go back to my D drive, in this D drive, you guys can see there is one folder which is called demo 11 July. Okay. Now here, I want to create a virtual environment. Now this is my project directory. Suppose I'm having some codes. I'm having some lines of code here, and I want to create a virtual environment here. Okay. So first of all, let me show you how do we do that. I'll be saying virtual env space. I'll give some name. I'll give some name. Sorry. Just a second, guys. Let me try to magnify it for you if you're not getting it. Okay, let me close it. That was better. Yeah, I will be using the command called virtual env and space. You can give any name. I'll say venv. Now here, if I hit enter, you can see it says created a virtual environment in 662 milliseconds. Now if I just refresh this, if I come here and if I refresh it, if I again open it, so it should have a folder. I believe it is hidden as of now in this. Now I've refreshed. Okay. Okay. It says something. Now, okay. Let me first of all activate this. Normally we have a folder. Let me show you. I don't know why it is not showing it here. Let me show you. There is Python projects. Okay. Let me open the same in projects. You can see. If I'm opening this demo 11 July in an IDE, you can see there is a new folder created which is called VENV. For those who are not having virtual environment, you have to first of all install it. You have to write pip install virtual env. Pip install virtual env. Since I am already having the requirement satisfied, So it will say me it is already working. Okay. For those who are not having this, the first command that you guys have to use is called pip install virtual env, and the next step that you guys have to follow, is, yeah. So the next step that you guys have to follow is you have to simply write virtual env and then you have to give the name. Then you have to give the name. Clear? I hope it is clear to everyone till here. Are we all on the same page, guys? Come on, raise your hands. I didn't literally mean that. Yeah, cool. Now I'm giving it another. Let me show you how do we do that. I'll explain you the PyCharm concept in a minute. Now the moment you are having VENV here, if I open this, you can see this is an IDE. This is PyCharm as of now. So in this, it is already activated. For those who are still getting confused, let me show it in a better and a different way this time. So let me go to C directory again, cd PyCharm projects. Now let me make a directory here. Let's name it as demo 11 July. So it says it's already existing underscore. Okay, it is created. Now let me cd to demo 11 July. Over here, if I ls, there is nothing. Okay, I cannot ls, it's not lyrics. So now if I simply write virtual, okay, let me show you also this PC, local disk C, users, Ashish, PyCharm projects, yeah, and demo 11 July underscore. Okay. Now, if I create virtual env, venv, if I hit enter, you can see the moment I hit it enter, a folder is created. A folder is created, guys, which is called venv. Now, if I open this, there is something called library, there is something called scripts, and so on. Okay, now I'm coming back. As I already mentioned, the step says first step is to create a virtual environment. The second step says you have to activate it. You have to activate it. Now, how do we activate it? I'll say cd, go inside this. There is a folder called script. I'm showing you. Go inside virtual environment. There is a folder called script. Inside this script, there are so many scripts. Over here, I want to take this one. I want to activate it. So I'll simply go here and I say activate and I hit enter. The moment I click on activate, you guys can see a virtual environment like this is occurring. You guys can see it is something like this is there in starting of the path, which means my virtual environment is now activated, which means my command virtual environment is now activated, right? Now whatever we install here, we always install it inside my virtual environment. Okay, clear to all? How to execute, how to again repeating myself, I hope the steps till here is clear to everyone, that how do we activate a virtual environment, what exactly a virtual environment is, how do we activate it, and what is the use of it. Are these three questions clear to everyone? It's okay, Samir, you must have created base. That's why you are getting base. You can give any name. You can give any name. So Swarna, you're asking me a question. Do we have to use command prompt for creating folders? Why not to do it directly? So as a good practice, non-GUI elements are always, at a increases your performance. So it's up to you. You can create a folder directly also, and you can create a folder using command prompt also. Okay. I hope everyone is on the same page, guys. Come on. I'm not getting a quick response. Are you guys there? Yeah. Clear like crystal, like correct? Crystal clear to everyone. Now let's start coding. The most interesting part, right? Let's see how to code it. Now see, I'm having this folder demo 11 July, which is inside my virtual, and I'm having a virtual environment. Okay, now let me also explain you how to download PyCharm. Let me also show you how to download PyCharm. Okay, so just give me a minute. So what is this PyCharm? What is this PyCharm? Is an IDE, integrated development environment. So IDE, simply helps us. It simply makes our life easier. Trust me. So PyCharm is one of the same IDE that we normally use here. So we have to simply go here and simply write download PyCharm. Download PyCharm. Now if you click on the very first link, which is jetbrains.com, over here, now there are two different versions available. The first one is professional and the second one is community version. So we are going to use the community version only because professional is costly. Professional is not free. It's not an open one. So the version that we are going to use is the community version. Simply click on download, and then your download starts, and that should be downloaded in few seconds. It's just 272 MB. So the moment it gets downloaded, since I already have it, so I'm not installing it again. Just simply download it and install it. Follow the basic installation command, and you guys will be ending up with a very good integrated development environment. Are the steps to download PyCharm clear to everyone? Are the steps to download PyCharm clear to everyone? Yeah. One question: what is idle? So Islam, idle is again a type of a command prompt screen which is available with Python, where you can write some Python code but without an IDE. Okay. It does not give you a beautiful GUI, but it simply gives you a basic command prompt stuff. Clear to everyone? I'm not getting a good response, guys. Come on, show some enthusiasm, guys. Should we first download PyCharm and then install virtual env? Yeah, you can do the same. Not a problem. Okay, clear to all of you till here, right? Okay, great. Now let's move to the next part. The next part is I'm going to write a very basic code. I'm going to create a new file. Let's create a new Python file. Right click, new Python file, and let's name it as test underscore 001 dot py. Test underscore 001 dot py. So Anantha, you were asking me, after installing Python, we need to create virtual environment. Yep. So see, PyCharm automatically does it for you. You do not need to create it in a separate way. But in case if you are working without PyCharm, then you have to create a virtual environment. Okay. Okay. Virtual env is always need to download. Yep, Pooja. That is a part of Python again that we have to work on. Cool. Okay then, guys, come on. Let's continue. Yeah. So now let's continue. Over here, I'm going to create a very basic test case. So we have to start like from. So we are, first of all, I need to download my libraries, right? To download my libraries, I'm coming to my terminal. Do we have a activate virtual environment every time we start coding on a particular project? Yep, Priyanka. Every time you create a particular project with PyCharm, you have an activated virtual environment already. Okay. Cool. Now coming back, since I need to work on Selenium, I'm going to write pip install Selenium and hit enter. It says it is trying to collect it, and since I'm already having it, it says okay, successfully installed Selenium. Coming back, I will be writing here from Selenium import WebDriver. From Selenium import WebDriver. Now the question comes, what is WebDriver? So if I open any window, now if I open up any window, suppose if I'm opening up a window like this, all the elements in this window are called web elements. Now suppose if I right click and click on inspect, you can see this store, company, support, solution, languages, tools, this bar, each and everything in this web page you can see which is getting highlighted is called a web element. It's called a web element, and to deal with these web elements we have a web driver. Okay. Am I audible and clear to everyone? Yeah, great. Now coming back, that is why I'm saying from this library which is called Selenium, you have to simply import the WebDriver. Okay. Now what is the next thing? I'm saying, okay boss, I'm saying WebDriver dot, it says give me the Chrome, give me the version of the browser that you're going to work on. I want to work on Chrome, so I will be writing Chrome. I say I want to open a browser. I want to open a browser which is, you can say Chrome. I can change this. I can say Firefox. I can say Safari. I can say Internet Edge, which is IE. I can say Opera. Depending upon my need, I can give any web browser. Okay, so I'll say Chrome. Now this Chrome takes takes one parameter. So now whenever see guys, whenever we are working with any browser, we need to take care of something called drivers. We need to take care of something called drivers. Now what do I mean by this? Now suppose if you're working with Chrome, there is something called Chrome driver. There is something called Chrome driver available in the market that has to be downloaded in your local system so that it can start your Chrome browser. Similarly, in case if you guys want to work on Mozilla, so there is a software which is called Gecko driver, which completely deals with Mozilla and Firefox. Similarly, for different types of browsers, we have different types of drivers available. So we are going to download this. We are going to go and let's open this website and click here, download Chrome driver. So the very first link, we open the very first link. Now it says depending upon the version of the Chrome you are using, we have to download it. So how can I check my version of my Chrome? Simply click here. Okay. Just a sec, guys. Okay, it's not getting changed. It's not changing its position. So you have an icon here which says settings. So the moment you click on that settings icon, if it is clickable, yeah, there is called help. Click on about Google Chrome. So whenever you're opening this link, it gives you the latest version of which you are using. So I'm using version 83. So I'll go back and I download this one, which the line says if you are using Chrome version 83, please download it. I just simply click on it, and it says if you want to download the Linux version, the Mac version, or the Windows version. Since I'm using Windows, I'll be downloading the Windows version, and that's it. Simple. Just simply open your location. Since it is downloaded in my downloads, I'll come back, I'll unzip it, and I'm having an exe file called chromedriver.exe. I can use chromedriver.exe. Can we use WebDriver Manager instead of Chrome driver or Firefox driver? So that is a different thing, Kirti. That can be done when you're using a standalone server. Okay, so I'll come to that later in the sessions, but as of not now. For 64-bit Windows, can I use 32-bit Chrome driver? So you can try this and tell me also if it is working or not, but I believe that should work. Okay, I believe I've never tried this, combination, but still. Okay, so now once you have downloaded this, you guys can simply unzip it and you're getting a file called Chrome driver. Now I'm going to copy the path. I'll say properties, and this is where it is located. So let me just simply copy this path, Control C, and go back. Yeah, definitely, Sai, it will work for Chrome. Do not worry. Okay, if I go back in this here, I'm going to give one parameter which is called executable path, Now this parameter takes the location of my Chrome driver, takes the location of my, I'll say Chrome driver.exe. Okay, I have to use double slashes whenever you're giving a path because we escape a sequence. We always use double slashes whenever we are giving a path to escape the sequence. Okay, now I'm storing this inside a variable called driver. Now you can see the dynamic nature of Python. I do not need to give the type of the variable, otherwise I would be having a headache thinking what will it return me, what will be the type of this line. So I simply write one variable called driver and everything is stored inside this. Okay, cool. Clear till here to everyone? Is it clear till here to everyone? Come on, guys, do not sleep. Still, we have 15 minutes to end the session. Please make it interesting, interactable. Yeah? Got it? Cool, great. So now coming back, I'll say driver dot, let's say get. So I'm going to open a website. Let's open way to automation itself. So I'm going to click on copy the URL, go back, paste this URL and save. I'll right click and I say run. I right click and I say run. You can see it's opening a browser. Inside this browser, it is opening way to automation website. It is opening the website that is Selenium. Okay, so I lost step when you jumping from Python from Selenium difference to follow Selenium. I'm sorry, I'm not getting your question. Chrome, if Chrome is already installed, you need to give the path of that. Pooja, this is not the Chrome browser. This is a, you can say, tool which is used to hit the Chrome browser, so that it can open. Okay, so please show the debug script at the end of this session. Okay, should we download Selenium? Yeah, Preeti, to work on it you need to download Selenium using pip install Selenium. So you have no idea about Selenium, no problem. I didn't get the keywords like from Selenium import WebDriver. Okay, drivers are used for these built-in keywords. Okay, guys, just give me a minute. Let me explain you in a more better and better way. Okay, so this is my window. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm bad with drawings. So this is my normal window. Okay, in this window there is a text box, there are radio buttons, there are check boxes, and there is a submit button, Okay, now in this website there are 4 elements, which is the first one is text box, second one is radio buttons, third one is checkbox, and the fourth one is, you can say, submit button. As a replica of this scenario, I can show you any website. Let me open this resource practice site 1. Here you are having a name text box, you're having a drop down, then you are not having other radio elements. Now suppose if I open facebook.com, if I just suppose open facebook.com and I click on create account, over here you can see, Ananta, you have text boxes, You have a mobile number, you have a I mean text boxes, then sorry, then you have date of birth. Okay, then it gives you radio buttons, and then gives you a, and then it gives you a what do we know, it's call it as a button. So these things, these single elements, these elements, okay, let me more precise it. These elements, I mean to say, this text box, this text box, this text box, this text box, this date picker, these radio buttons, and this one great button, all of these are this button, this button, this plus button, everything is called a web element. Everything on a web page is called a web element. Okay, and to deal with these web elements, we have something called web driver. We have something called web driver. So this web driver locates these elements one by one. So this web driver locates these elements one by one. Clear? What is web element? And to all those who are not having any knowledge about Selenium, is it better now? What exactly is web element, and what is web driver? So as an automation tester, it is my duty to locate these elements, and to work with it. Okay, and if I go back to my code, I'm in the first line, I'm saying from. So what is from? Now you can say you are having a bag, you are having a sack. A sack is containing multiple things. So you are having multiple different libraries. So which exact sack I want to work on? I want to work on the Selenium sack, suppose. Or I can show you like this. Now suppose there are multiple boxes. This is box 1, this is box 2, this is box 3, and this is box 4. Okay, inside this box I want to work on A, B, C, and D. Inside these boxes, just a second, yeah, inside these boxes I only want to work on box number B. So what will I write? I'll simply write from B. It means from package B, from library B, from class B. These are technical terms. I am saying it from B. Now inside this B also there are multiple small containers. I'm saying from this I want to import. I want to use, suppose, B dot A. Now there must be another container which is A. So I'm saying from B import B dot A, because this B dot A contains my web driver. Okay, now coming back, I'm saying from Selenium import web driver. From this container, from this class, import one thing which is called web driver. Okay. Uh, is it? Are you guys there? Are you guys there? Can you guys? Are you guys listening to me? I'm not getting any notification here. Hello. I am not able to see anything. Guys, are you there? Yeah. Just a second. I'm sorry, there might be a technical issue. Yeah, I'm sorry. Things are back now, I believe. So yeah. So did I miss something? Any question? Okay. Guys, you can ask the question one more time since I missed the previous ones. There was a technical issue. In case if you guys are you guys able to listen me? Just a quick yes. In case if you are a quick yes. In case if you guys are able to hear me. Okay. So now is this first line clear to everyone from Selenium import WebDriver? Ananta, is it clear to you and others? Is it clear to everyone? Come on, guys. I'm not getting an output. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not getting the properly asked questions. I believe something happened here. I'm not able to see the screen properly. Okay, guys. I'm not able to see anything. Can you guys go to the chat icon? Can you instead of questions, can you guys chat? There is an option to chat also. I'm typing a message here. I believe you guys have received it. So can you guys come here and ask the questions in this chat? Yeah. Um. Okay. I believe. Okay. Let's continue the same way. Ananta, I'm getting your messages. You're saying it's all clear. So do we need to add it in the system variable or actually let's just give me a minute, guys. Yeah. I believe it is now clear and audible to everyone. Yeah, it's now clearly and audible, visible to me now. Okay. So now I'm getting to one by one. Kanchana, you are saying you did not show how to debug. I'll show it. So Swarna, you are asking me, it would be great if you give a list of items to install and configure. Okay, I'll just upload the code in the GitLab, guys. I'll give you the GitLab repository access, so you can just connect with that. How to install Chrome driver .exe. So we are not installing it Chrome driver. We are just simply downloading it. As I already mentioned, I'm just simply downloading the Chrome driver from this specific web page, and after downloading it, I'm unzipping it. Once I unzipped it, I'm just simply pasting the path where this module is available. I'm pasting the path inside here, executable path. That's it. Okay. Yeah. So guys, in today's lecture, I started Selenium at a very bit and a very slow level, just in case guys are not audible. Okay. So Sai, you are asking me, is Selenium class or module? So Selenium is a, you can say, class more specifically, Sai. If I say it's a tool, it's an open source tool where we have multiple things. Yeah, we have to just simply change, Sriram, we have to simply change. Here I need to write Firefox and I need to change the executable path of my Gecko driver. That's it. That is the only one change, and that will execute my script in some another folder, other browsers. Okay. So, Sai, you're asking in statement from Selenium import driver. Can you explain, please? So I'm just saying from Selenium. Selenium is a package. Selenium is a module from where I'm importing a WebDriver class. That's it. Simple. Selenium is a module and importing WebDriver. That's it. Okay. Great. So in tomorrow's session, guys, what exactly we are also going to work on? Tomorrow I will be showing you that what is Jenkins, how do we run our code using Jenkins. I'll also give you a glimpse of robot framework. I'll give you a glimpse of my testing framework, which is PyTest. I'll give you a glimpse of my Cucumber framework, what exactly it is. I'll also show you what is Git, to those who are not aware about it. What is Git, what is GitHub, how to get the code there, and so on. Okay. Any questions in today's session, in case if you guys want to ask me? You're asking me how to run from PyCharm. You have to just simply click right or go on the test case, right click and click run test, and that's it. Okay, it will execute it. Cool. So how when compared to Java, we will have less information for Python in Google, right? No, Sudhakar, we have enough information in Google compared to Java, because Python is at a very high boom with machine learning and AI. Sumit, you're asking not many questions. Can you suggest some books? Yeah, I have a Python book available with me, so I'll just send the same on the group, and you guys can connect with that. It's Python Python First, I believe the name of the book is Python First. Yeah, do not worry, I'll share the same on the group. So anyone having any questions for today? I'm not added in the group. Actually, as of now, nobody is. I'll share it on the email. So Sai, you're asking me, simple one, not sure. I'm typing Python at command prompt, not giving version. Okay, so I believe Python should start. So Dakar, you're asking me about the fee. You can connect with Rahul one time, so he can answer you better regarding the fee. So you might be getting an email where everything will be mentioned. Priyanka, you're asking, but why different drivers for different browsers? Because Chrome driver only supports Chrome, and Gecko supports Mozilla, and Internet Edge supports Internet. So since we have different browsers, we have different functionalities and different way, right? So that is why we have different drivers for different browsers. You were great. Thanks, Sumit. Could you please add me in the group? Kirti, the group, there is no group as of now. I'll share that. I'll share it on email. Okay. Islam, you're asking, are we not starting Python first? Yeah. If we start with the lectures, we are going to take 8 to 9 classes with Python only. Okay. Can you share what all to download with steps if you have, please? As of now, I do not have the same, Preeti. You guys can connect with the video. You will be getting a recording of the complete session on the email. So you can just connect with the recording one time and everything will be there at doorstep. Okay. Just follow the recording. Okay. Will want to clear more doubts? Yeah, no problem. I'm available all the time. In any case, if you guys have any questions, whenever I'm always there, you can just drop me a message on the WhatsApp group whenever created, and things will be in line. Okay, I'll be there to explain and give you a quick response. WhatsApp number, you can connect with Rahul first time, Sumit, and then he can give me the number. Okay, he can give the number, because to share directly is not allowed. Once you are added in the group, you can get it from there. Okay, there are some policies that cannot be violated. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, guys, in case if anyone wants to share me, yeah, for sure. If in case you are getting added, that you will be getting my number on the WhatsApp group for sure. Okay. In case if you guys having any questions or any feedbacks to share for today's session, that's most welcome, so that I can make it better in tomorrow's session also. What's the next step? From tomorrow, I'll be explaining you the Selenium stuff few more, and from next week the batch is going to start, and then you can start with the Python stuff. Not sure. In case of any queries, you can send me on the mail for sure. It's okay. Where I will get recordings, you will get it on the email, Pucha. Rahul will share you an email with the recordings only. Okay. Yeah. So any feedback, guys, for today's lecture, today's session, so that I can improve with tomorrow's? Are we going to go over Selenium and Python together? No. So now we are going to cover Python first, and then we are going to cover Selenium. What will be the time of this batch? You can connect with Rahul again. I believe the timing will remain same from 8:30 to 10:30 or 10 in the evening, because we have students from US as well. That's why. So Pooja Rani, the course is not for as many months. We have in all approximately 16 to 20 classes that we are going to cover up. Yep, classes are only on weekends. Yeah. How should we pay the fees? So Preeti, you can connect with Rahul. You will get an email regarding the same. Okay. I don't have any coding experience. I have been in manual for 10 years. Am I fit for the course? Definitely. You will not believe, the day I started the course, I was already having 7 years of experience in manual testing. But still, after so many years of working today, I have a great experience, and I'm working as a manager, as a lead in an organization. So if I can do this, I believe anyone can. Okay. So do not worry. Do not worry. Things are for sure better. Just have confidence and patience in yourself. That's it. That are the two things that are very much important. Keep on practicing. I'm there to clear your doubts, but practice is for sure at your end. Great, thanks for the motivation. Yeah, sure, definitely. It's just my duty actually. So yeah, guys, in case if you guys have any more questions, then we can connect. Do we get real experience? Priyanka, I can assure you, by the end of this course, if you are challenging a fresher, or if you are challenging a 2 year person, you will be the person who will be joining in the organization. Trust me on that. You can challenge a 2 year or 3 year experienced person at this level. Okay. Is Java with Selenium better, or Python with Selenium? So both of those things are having different motives, Pooja. One is with Java, which is also okay, but since the growing scenario, Python with Selenium is also growing a lot because of multiple organizations switching into Python. That's fine. Yeah. Do you prepare us for interview perspective? Yeah. As I already mentioned, I'm going to take 2 classes approximately, or by the end, wherever I think suits the most, I'll be taking interview sessions for sure. Yeah, that is a part of the course. Clear? All the questions? I hope you guys are connect again joining tomorrow. Okay, so that we can have the demo completed. Tomorrow I'm going to show you some more great powers as an automation tester that we can go ahead with. Okay. Okay, no problem. Just go ahead with the question, Samir. Okay, you're sorry. You have already asked the question that does this course cover unit testing? Yeah. See, unit testing is a framework in Python, but the unit testing that I guess you are asking is the developers one. So that is something like a developer should do it as a part of this their structure. But as a automation tester, we will be doing with complete testing. Okay. Yeah. Okay then, guys. I'll be meeting you tomorrow at same time, 8:30. Till then, take care, stay safe, stay home. In case if you guys have any more questions, just directly connect me on my email ID. So I can share my email ID in case if you guys want it. It's agarg9582 at gmail.com. So I have sent my email ID to every one of you. Okay. You guys can connect on that email ID. Okay then, guys. Take care. I'll be meeting you tomorrow at same time. Okay. Bye bye.